Hey, it's Mr. G here, and I'm going to be recording something for you that you can listen to Rob here talk about what life is like at middle school. So, if you missed from your teachers or from that middle school packet that you received in the mail, or there's any other types of questions, what I did was I put together a list of questions that kids often ask and tried to put them in some sort of way where Rob could help answer them because he's an eighth grader at Anoka Middle School for the Arts and he's gone through all this. So, Rob, tell everybody about just give an overview of what you think they should expect in middle school, which is a huge question, but do that.
Expect to be moving classrooms a lot. Never get too comfortable in one seat. Um, don't expect everyone to be the nicest of people, because the hard truth is that not everyone will be, and there will be a few people out there that don't treat you that great. Then also expect to come prepared every day, because you will end up having in sixth grade 6 classes, and then in sixth and seventh 6 classes, and then eighth you'll have 7 classes a day.
How do you keep that straight?
So you have to keep everything with you most of the time. What I recommend, I don't think they let you use backpacks in a normal year, but what I recommend is either having enough time or having scheduled parts of the day where you can go to your locker and we'll have enough time to get to your next class, that you can then not have so much weight on you at all times.
So that goes with the schedule. I'd assume, you have to map out where you're going to go. Yep. And when you can get to your locker.
Yeah. So like, say you have a class, say you have one class that's just right next to the other one, and your locker's like in the area. That could be the perfect time for you to go there, get your stuff for the next few classes, put away your stuff from the previous classes, and then not carry as much weight.
That'll help a little bit if you can make some stops and plan it out. Mm-hmm. The 3 L's: locker, lunches, and languages. Let's talk about lockers. What's your locker like?
So the locker it's a decent size. It's enough for you to be able to fit your binders, books, your backpack, and your coat in. And then getting into the winter, you should be able to fit snow pants and boots in there.
Do kids wear snow pants and boots to school?
Not normally, not from what I see, because you don't have recess.
You don't have recess.
Really need it.
How about lunch? How does that work?
Lunch. So okay, at Washington there will be a lunch line just like you've normally had, but then there will also be so you can. There's 2 lines. There's an express lane, and then there's the daily meal. The daily meal switches every day, and then the express lane can either be pizza, burgers, chicken sandwich, or like those cheesy
cheese sticks or
cheese sticks that they had. And then towards the end, there will be a snack bar. You can get chips, Rice Krispie bars, and other stuff like that there. And then you can also get drinks like Snapple and Izzy's.
What's your favorite lunch?
Favorite lunch? I like the Rubik's, but I've always liked that.
Yeah.
Even from elementary. So.
Languages. When you move on, I don't think in 6th grade you have languages.
No,
but in 7th and 8th grade, do you have languages that you learn?
Yeah. So in 7th and 8th grade, you can take a language. Something that my 6th grade teacher did not tell me is, my 6th grade Minnesota Studies teacher told me that I could take a world languages class in 8th grade. She wasn't wrong, but she also didn't tell me that I could also take it in 7th grade. So you can take a world languages class in 7th grade in order to get a feel for what kind of language you like. It'll teach French, German, and Spanish. And then at the end, if you have like enough time, they can sneak in either some Japanese, Ojibwe.
Sign language?
I don't think so. But then in 8th grade, you can pick between German, French, and Spanish, and that'll get you high school credit if you take one of those as well.
Speaking of high school and credit, as an 8th grader, you can already start earning credits, can't you?
Yeah. So you can either do that by taking a languages class or by taking an honors class, which the only honors class that they provide at the school is honors geometry.
Are you in that?
I am. And then you can also get a high school credit in 7th grade if you take high school intermediate algebra.
Did you do that?
I did.
So you already have high school credit. You're not even done with middle school.
Yes.
Which means you could fall asleep in several classes. You wouldn't fall asleep in several classes, would you? All right. Let's talk about, since we're talking a little bit about high school again, extracurriculars. Can you participate in extracurricular activities in middle school?
Yes. So one thing that I do is skiing. I am on the Anoka Alpine ski team. You can join it
for the high school.
For the high school, you can join it in 7th grade. You can start joining it in 7th grade. I know a few people that are in 7th grade that are in it, and then you can also, of course, join it in 8th grade. Skiing's very fun. I'm not exactly sure about what else the school offers, but if you like winter sports, I mean,
don't they have basketball and maybe football
I don't know.
and maybe wrestling? I don't know.
I don't think they have that for high school though.
Oh no, you can't be a middle schooler going to the high school for that. No. But I know that there
are extracurricular activities,
community,
not necessarily for the high school, but
community ed stuff.
Mm-hmm. There are definitely a lot of activities that the school offers.
All right, who were your favorite teachers in 6th grade?
Ooh, it's an interesting one. I gotta say.
And what did they teach?
Yeah. All right. Let me think. Okay. If I'm gonna be honest, the teachers that I had for my core classes were kind of bland.
So are these kids, though. Their teacher for their core classes is pretty bland. Right. Okay.
But the elective teachers are really fun. I had Miss Butala for art lab, and then I had Miss Ukebu.
Ms. Butala used to teach at Franklin.
Oh. Yep. And I had Miss Ukebu for band. And they were both really fun teachers and really fun to hang out with. And
okay. Work with. Very good. Passing time, you said, is 4 minutes long. So what do you do during that time?
It's 4 or 5 minutes long. Passing time is just a time for you to get to your next class. This is the time where you could go to your locker as well, if it fits in with your pathing or you think you could do it in time.
Can you sneak a snack in while you have?
I mean, technically, if you go to your locker and you have a snack in your locker, you could just Okay. I don't know if it's against any school rules, but I mean, you technically could.
Okay.
It's also a good time to go to the bathroom. That way, you don't have to use any passes.
Passes? What do you mean by passes?
Hall passes. So you get, I think, it used to be 3 a week when I was in 6th grade.
For every class, like the whole week?
No, just
per class.
Yes, the whole week. You get 3 for the whole week.
Regardless of the class,
regardless of the class, you just get 3.
Is there like a hole punch system, or is there like a ticket thing you get?
It's in your planner. So you'll get a planner, which you can put down specific things for specific days, due dates, and then you'll also have your bathroom passes on there. Also on the back, so that was with the old planners, though. The old planners were smaller, but the new planners look more like they're about the size of a sheet of paper. And your passes are on the back. I'm not exactly sure the exact amount of passes on there. I think it's 15 or 20 per trimester.
Wow. So that means if you haven't gone to the bathroom at all on the very last day of the trimester, you could go 15 times. 15 times.
Yep.
Teacher.
That will definitely look suspicious because you have to write down the date.
Teacher.
But yes, you could theoretically do that.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I would have done that if I was still in middle school. Anything else on passing time?
Um, Sometimes you can see your friends and just give them a short wave, but you don't have much time to talk.
Sometimes.
So,
Yep. All right. Let's talk about some of the arts like music and choir and orchestra and dance and whatever else.
all right. So they're very fun. I don't know anyone like personally who has done dance, but I've heard like from other classmates, just like that it is fun. Music, orchestra, band, those are very fun. They can bring you some cool experiences as well. Last year in seventh grade, I was in band level 3, which is generally for eighth graders. But you can, if you're in
Advanced.
sixth grade, if you are a good player and you are dedicated to music, then if Mrs. Ukebu sees that, she can accelerate you to band level 3 instead of going to band level 2 the next year. And
Were you accelerated then?
And I was also in jazz band last year, which is really nice because that gave me the opportunity to go to Disney World.
Wow.
Yep. And I'm not 100% on this, but I think they try to go every 2 years.
Every 2 years. That would mean that when kids do go next, they could see cartoon creatures like this. Pretty neat, huh, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they will most likely be doing it next year while you guys are in sixth grade. But
maybe.
Maybe. Exactly. It's not always guaranteed. I'm not exactly sure how they coordinate that stuff. But
I'm guessing COVID messed some things up.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that their plan is every 2 years, but I'm not 100%. Anyway, but that when they go next year, if they go next year, it would give you a chance to get into jazz band in 8th grade. Then if they go that year, go that year.
Gotcha.
So jazz band is a good opportunity for people who really like playing music. And then in orchestra, they also have some fun trips. I'm pretty sure Enda said that they went to Mall of America last year.
Wow.
And then we also have like fun performances at different places that. Sorry.
Well, you said performances at different places. Sometimes they'll play.
Like not at the school.
They go off-site.
Yeah, exactly. And those are really fun.
Choir does that too?
Yes. I'm fairly sure. I don't know. I'd have to talk to Luke on that a little bit more.
Gotcha.
But all 3 band
choir and orchestra
classes, choir, orchestra, and band. It gives a lot of opportunities. So I do recommend going to one of them.
Cool. Have you done Phi-Ed?
Phi-Ed, no, I have not. Phi-Ed is not a requirement in middle school, but it is something that I have heard from other students to be very fun, and not so challenging.
Oh.
So
you don't have to run the mile?
No, you do. Oh. You still have to run the mile because that's like it's technically an assessment, and but yes, you do still have to run the mile. You still have to do more stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure every day class, or at least every day that you have it, it is fun.
Gotcha. All right. I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions, Rob, and you can only give me 1-word answers if that's possible. So here we go. Is middle school fun?
Yes.
Is it hard?
Kinda.
Do kids get bullied?
Sadly, yes.
Are there adults that those kids can talk to?
Yes.
Is it easy to make friends?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of your Franklin friends still?
No, actually I don't.
Is it clean?
Yeah, I think so.
And were you nervous?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. Anything else you want to add to this whole thing about whether it's registration, whether it's open houses, things that great memories that you had, things that you miss from sixth grade, anything?
I do want to add more to the bullying part. That part, sadly, yes, it does happen, and you will most likely see it at least once throughout your 3 years of middle school. But the staff there have a great way of dealing with it, and there will be consequences to the bullier.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to deal with that. And I'm sure we've all had to deal with that at some point, and it's not fun. So, all right, let's end this on a happy note and talk about some of your good memories with middle school. Hopefully it's happy.
I think just a lot of my good memories come from the special things that we've done, doing our lip syncing thing for 7th grade last year, where we had to pick an older song and then make a performance and then do it up on stage. That was really fun.
What class was that for?
That was for ELA.
Oh, ELA.
Yep.
Cool.
So you will have to do it.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah.
Probably Disney.
Yeah, the Disney trip. That was really fun. Just band performances in general, which that can also go for choir and orchestra.
You like art class, I think, right?
I do like art class, yes.
A lot of drawing.
Yep. And yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks, Rob. I appreciate it. If you have any questions for Rob, you can put any comments or any questions in the comment part. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it.
Yep.